This timeline shows the cost recovery for a commercial drive-in theater. You are looking at a heavy $755,000 upfront capital expenditure, but with the right pricing model, it projects a break-even point in exactly 1 month. Those kinds of rapid returns are suddenly very attractive to property managers. Remote work policies, the surge in e-commerce, and the rise of e-bikes and scooters have structurally gutted daily commuter and retail parking occupancy. Commercial real estate portfolios are now bleeding potential revenue on these massive stretches of empty asphalt. Maintaining a vast, dormant lot is a guaranteed loss. Property managers need a way to make that concrete pay for itself. To find a solution, we are breaking down 8 proven business models designed specifically for these empty footprints. We'll look at their exact capital requirements, their best use cases, and the brutal operational realities of actually running them. Swapping a passive, vacant space for active commerce means trading a low-maintenance liability for complex operational logistics. Before we get to these weird, boring, and highly profitable business ideas, let's talk about your legal foundation. You absolutely cannot start a unique niche business without a properly structured LLC. Think about it. Whether you're operating heavy industrial machines or managing a messy local service, the liability risks are very real. Most people start these hidden gem businesses as sole proprietors, which means if a machine malfunctions or a client files a lawsuit, your personal savings and home are on the line. Your business must be a separate legal entity to protect your personal assets and keep your home address off the public record. That's where Northwest Registered Agent comes in. Northwest is the absolute best formation service out there. They handle your entire LLC setup for just $39 plus state fees, which includes a full year of their premium registered agent service. What makes them elite is their privacy by default policy. They use their own business address on your public state filings, so your home address stays completely hidden. Plus, they never sell your data, and their corporate guides provide real human support whenever you need it. This legal shield is non-negotiable. I've linked my full Northwest review in the description. Use my link down below to register your LLC today and unlock exclusive discounts. Get your protection handled first, and then let's get into the ideas. We start with commercial drive-in theaters. To make the physical footprint work, you need 10 to 14 acres of flat, open land to hold 500 vehicles, plus the engineering for wind load-rated screen towers. That scale drives the initial $755,000 capital expense. The revenue math relies heavily on a $3,500 ticket benchmark per event, combined with high-margin food sales. If demand drops to 800 vehicles a month during the off-season, your variable costs can spike to 195% of revenue, bleeding your cash reserves dry. Modular gastronomy parks are another high-yield play. Unlike a weekend pop-up, a permanent food truck hub requires serious utility investments, dedicated electrical hookups, natural gas lines, and high-capacity grease trap interceptors. The payoff comes from a dual revenue stream. You collect recurring licensing fees from a rotating lineup of food trucks, while capturing direct sales from permanent, high-margin anchors like on-site beer and sangria gardens. Both of these entertainment setups demand heavy infrastructure spending upfront to separate them from transient street events. In exchange, they offer the highest margin ceilings and the strongest community retention rates. If you want to limit your financial exposure, repurposed container parks offer a modular approach. By stacking shipping containers into retail spaces, property managers can offer short-term leases to boutique tenants and test commercial concepts with minimal downside. The main trade-off here is spatial. To create a dense, pedestrian-friendly courtyard, you have to enforce strict zero parking zones inside the park's footprint, forcing all vehicle traffic to find off-site alternatives. Temporary farmers markets operate on an even simpler premise. They lease raw surface space for pop-up agricultural retail. During public health crises, these open-air formats proved vital for mitigating disease transmission while keeping local commerce flowing. But raw surface space yields a lower revenue per square foot. These markets are also entirely dependent on the weather, meaning your cash flow can stall out completely during a rainy week. Because they rely on modular structures or raw pavement, these models are excellent for generating immediate cash flow and testing neighborhood demand. You simply accept that you are sacrificing the massive revenue ceilings of a permanent structural build. Then there is the mobile ghost kitchen model. This model attempts to bypass traditional restaurant overhead by dropping delivery-only commercial kitchen trailers directly onto empty parking spaces. The primary obstacle is regulatory friction. Most municipalities classify these stationary trailers as food trucks.
That legally requires them to move every few days and report back to a central commissary, making stationary operation incredibly difficult to sustain. This bar chart illustrates the resulting financial imbalance. Operating costs quickly ballooned to an $1,800 daily burn rate per trailer, while average daily revenues stalled at just $1,250. Those financial losses were compounded by physical hazards. Trying to connect commercial equipment in raw parking lots led to propane explosions, which drew immediate regulatory scrutiny. Meanwhile, rapid, uncontrolled expansion led to severe brand quality control failures. The ghost kitchen model proves that trying to bypass zoning realities for rapid, low-overhead expansion usually results in catastrophic capital burn. A completely different approach is to build permanent infrastructure. Solar canopies elevate steel photovoltaic systems directly over existing parking rows, turning a thermal energy liability into an asset that generates wholesale power. The financial scale is massive. A large airport installation can carry a $56 million initial construction cost, but because the energy output is highly predictable, operators can realize a year-one profit of over $300,000 through premium parking fees and direct power sales. Micro-fulfillment centers take a similar heavyweight approach to logistics. These are highly automated, vertically optimized warehouses squeezed into 3,000 to 10,000 square foot urban spaces to cut down last-mile transit times. Deploying robotics, RFID tagging, and automated retrieval systems requires immense upfront capital. But placing inventory that close to the end consumer drastically reduces long-term delivery costs and fleet fuel consumption. Both solar canopies and micro-fulfillment centers offer highly stable, future-proof returns, but they demand institutional-level capital and long time horizons to realize their full value. You can also convert lots into controlled environment agriculture. Operators use repurposed shipping containers to house dense, vertical hydroponic growing systems right on the asphalt. This setup requires strict operational discipline. You have to maintain a constant 73 to 78 degree temperature year-round and commit dozens of weekly labor hours to planting, monitoring, and harvesting. The payoff is resource efficiency. These systems use 95% less water than traditional field farming, and they consistently yield high-value specialty crops regardless of the season. You are effectively trading the vulnerability of outdoor weather for the need for specialized horticultural knowledge and intense daily labor. This matrix plots out how to evaluate your options. Success depends entirely on matching your available capital investment against your localized spatial demand. If you have a massive budget and a long time horizon, solar canopies, micro-fulfillment, and drive-ins belong in the top right. They require high capital and effort, but they deliver the most stable returns. If you need immediate cash flow with minimal structural risk, farmers markets and container parks sit in the bottom left. They are lower effort, providing a steady but smaller overall yield. The top left is the warning zone. Models like mobile ghost kitchens demand high capital and effort to fight regulatory battles, but frequently result in low or highly variable yields. Before you break ground, secure your runway. Do not attempt a drive-in theater build without a $300,000 cash buffer to survive the early months. And do not place a ghost kitchen without explicit, pre-approved zoning variances. Maintaining a stagnant parking lot is becoming a structural financial risk. By repurposing that asphalt for logistics, energy, or commerce, property owners can convert underutilized space into a productive asset.